Lucy CORMACK Last updated 13:45, May 13, 2018. Police Commissioner Chris Dawson confirmed that 7 people, including 4 children, were found shot dead on the 30-acre hobby farm in Osmington, south of Perth. Answers to Australia's worst mass shooting since Port Arthur are most likely contained in a 2-minute 000 phone call made by a man from the property where the murder-suicide took place. "We know where the call was made from, we know whose phone it was made from," said Police Commissioner Chris Dawson, outside the Margaret River police station on Saturday morning. The phone call was made from that property at approximately 5:15 a.m. local time. Katrina Miles with her children. "We are treating this as a matter in which 6 persons are the subject of a homicide crime scene, while there is a 7th person deceased." Read more. Oz community hurting deeply. Guns found at property belonged to grandfather. 3 adults and 4 children found dead in Western Australia town. Australia's firearm arsenal at highest level since Port Arthur massacre. The 7 people were found shot dead on the 30-acre hobby farm in Osmington, south of Perth, in the early hours of Friday morning. Forensic police at the property in Osmington where 7 people were found shot dead. They have been identified as Peter Miles and his wife Cinda, 61 and 58, their daughter Katrina, 35, and her 4 children Tay, 13, Rylan, 12, Air, 10, and Caden Cockman, 8. Their family released a statement on Saturday, saying they could not understand how the tragedy occurred. "We are devastated by this shocking event. We are stunned and still trying to understand how this could happen," the family said. "We respectfully ask that the community refrain from speculating on the circumstances surrounding this tragic incident. We thank the community for their support and ask that our privacy is respected as we grieve." On Saturday, Commissioner Dawson confirmed 3 long-arm firearms were recovered at the property, all of which were licensed to Peter Miles. Flowers have been left outside the Osmington property where the bodies of 7 people were found. "I wish to strongly emphasize police do not believe any other person is involved with these crimes. Police are not searching for any other suspect," Commissioner Dawson said. He added that 2 local police officers arrived at the property within 45 minutes of the 000 call. Investigators are yet to reveal a motive for the shooting, but some in the community have suggested financial hardship could have played a role. Cinda and Peter Miles bought the 30-acre hobby farm in late 2014. Peter Miles, a farmer and teacher, was formerly the manager of the Margaret River High School farm, and ran a handyman business. A temporary support center has been set up in Margaret River after the tragedy. However, the 61-year-old was looking for vineyard and farm work in the region as recently as Wednesday. In an ad posted on Gumtree, Peter Miles said he was seeking work in the vineyard, farm or small farm areas. Cinda Miles lived at the rural property where 7 people were found dead. She owned the farm with Peter Miles, but their involvement in the shooting has not been confirmed. "I have over 30 years farming experience and over 12 years vineyard experience. I have extensive handyman abilities and experience with a wide variety of farm equipment, can repair fences, and tidy up the property from storm damage," he said. "I have lived in the Margaret River area all my life and welcome all inquiries." Miles also had been lining up farm maintenance work with a neighbor in Osmington, and was scheduled to meet up with him on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. "I actually spoke to him the night before the incident," said Richard Dosser, who lives about 2 kilometers down the road. "I wanted someone nearby to check my property twice a week, or so. He was going to meet with me at 10 o'clock on Saturday." Police continued to search through the property on Saturday, in a painstaking forensic investigation that is expected to continue into next week. Police confirmed the 3 guns found at the property were licensed to Peter Miles. Members of the close-knit Margaret River community likely had their worst fears realized. On Saturday, locals said fingers pointing at the grandfather of the family do not make sense, with some alleging media reports and investigators had got it wrong. "I don't understand the suicide part of the story," said a close friend of Katrina's, who has asked not to be named. "They were really close, she and her parents. They were all lovely people. There was just a lot of love in that family." Margaret River's Main Street, a cafe worker said, "They have got it wrong. It wasn't the grandfather. In the tourist town it could have been any other Saturday, as holidaymakers and locals made their way about the main street, stopping for breakfast. planning a day out in the vineyards close by. On Friday, officers found one adult dead outside a building on the property, which lies 20 kilometers northeast of the town of Margaret River. A female adult was found deceased inside the main house and 4 children and another adult were found dead inside a converted shed. The president of the Shire of Augusta Margaret River, Pamela Townsend, said members of the community could leave flowers, reflect and utilize counseling services at the Community Resource Center from Saturday to Monday. "This is a strong, connected community and I know that we'll all support each other and we'll get through this together," she said. Cinda was a well-loved and very active member of our community. She had a deep commitment to the environment and she will be so sadly missed. Asked about Cinda Miles' husband, Townsend said, "I don't know Peter. Sydney mourned